Hey guys, Jeff with Area North 40. So I got a little bit of time before the game starts, and I'm going to try and tackle a problem with the red Dodge here that I've been kind of dealing with and had to sideline it because my windshield wipers aren't working right. So let's see if I can take care of the problem quickly, or if it doesn't work altogether, I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So I noticed a while ago that my windshield wipers decided to just quit working, and I looked into it a little bit. This is on my 1997 Dodge 1500, and so I thought maybe a fuse. I thought, you know, I checked all the usual suspects. So I came to the conclusion that I have a bad, the little blinker handle has the windshield wiper controller on it. As I have come to find out, they eventually go bad, and so I think that's what I got going on here, is that the controller has just gone bad. Well, let's try that again without all the buzzing. So anyway, the blinker indicator seems like the blinkers are flashing faster than they should. The windshield wipers aren't working, so hopefully this new one from the Big River site should take care of it. I don't know, but we'll see. Here we go. Okay. Right now. There we go. All right. Okay. So, got that off of there. Let's see how this unplugs. Aha. There's a little back screw to that. And there we go. This one's out. The new one will go in. They look the same. Let's hope that this one actually works right. I suppose I can test it right now before I put everything back together. Go ahead and tighten that up just to make sure that the connections are tight. Gonna buzz a little bit more here. All right, blinker, they're still moving fast. And I've got no, well, that's just neat. Apparently it wasn't that. Apparently that was just a big waste of money and time, so yay for that. The irony of all of that is I just did that, and it didn't take me too long. It's just a couple of minutes, but you know, I looked it up, and you know what I found online is that those things, they eventually go bad. The truck's got over 200,000 miles on it, 203,000. So you know, it makes sense that the thing would go bad, but it's a little bit disappointing that didn't actually correct the problem, because you know, I think the part was like 25 bucks or something like that. It's not that big a deal, but I still have no windshield wipers, and I don't know what the problem is. Could it be a bad motor? I don't know, maybe. But here's the irony of it. My other truck, just the other day, like after I got the new part, just the other day, it did the same thing. But it just did it for a moment. When I pulled over and stepped out and pulled up on the arm, boom, it worked again, and it was fine. But you know, it was something on this truck that started out like that and then got worse and worse until it just finally quit altogether. So I don't know, I'm gonna put this thing back together. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the new one in there. Okay, well, that was a bust, obviously. The windshield wipers still don't work, so I guess I'll still have to keep driving the bigger truck for just a regular old humdrum kind of stuff. I mean, I usually use my 1500 for kind of a horrible gas mileage daily driver, and the bigger truck I use for the bigger jobs. Right now, without windshield wipers this time of year, that's not really much of a good option.
3 days later.
All right, guys, it's a couple days later. I'm gonna try and take another crack at figuring out what's going on with my windshield wipers. There's a controller under the cowl. The electrical connections get, you know, maybe a little bit corroded or something like that. So it's a little bit more involved, but I'm gonna move. It's freaking cold outside, and I'm cold. But across the street over here, there's a little sunny patch. I'm gonna pull the truck over there and pop the hood and get up into the cowl and see if I can see what's going on under there, and maybe make my windshield wipers work so I can drive this thing even when it's raining. So. Getting this side off. I've loosened the other side already. This side's a little easier to reach, so it looks like I could take one side off and then just slide the other side out. It's kind of a fork. This arm here has like a fork at both sides, so I should, I hope, be able to loosen this one all the way out and then kind of just pull the whole thing this way. Awesome. Okay. Okay. All right, back to this. Oh, never mind. There's two more right there. I'm a dork. Okay, well, I'll get those and lift the whole thing out. All right, so here is the underneath side. Boy, that just doesn't look disgusting at all, does it? Let's see here. We got her out. Let me see if I can get that thing in a better way. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, so there we are. That's our motor. That's our connections. And that is Dierte. Don't try to church it up. It's dirt. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now first is get something to try and clean up those contacts and see if that is all it needs. It might just need a little bit, might have some corrosion on it. I mean, even just unplugging it and plugging it back in could do the trick, just because it's sliding the metal back and forth. But I'm gonna do something a little bit better than that. I'm gonna get some kind of little file or something and see if I can clean up those contacts and see if that helps it out. Okay, got this tiny little emery board, cut the tip off of it. I'm gonna see if I can shove that into the wire connections there. All right, I'm gonna turn the key on and put my meter and see if I'm getting voltage there. So I got power on these two, not on those two, which is ironic considering the coloring. That's one of the things I hate about automotive wiring. The color code just makes no sense. I mean, everybody knows black is negative, red is positive. So when you got the red wire with a yellow stripe and it's not positive, what's that mean? But you've got the brown and the blue, they seem to be positive. Happy for them. They're such positive individuals. But anyway, I didn't go on and search for any kind of a wiring schematic for this. I just wanted to see where if I would see voltage coming from this. Let's just plug it back in real quick and see if that alone, just cleaning up the connections, makes a difference. Okay. It was not so easy. I've got voltage coming from here, negative from here. When I put the battery onto this one directly, it did what it was supposed to. So why, pray tell? I guess what I need to do is see if I can get into these, but man, this does not look like it's something that comes apart inside of there. See, watch what happens. Oh. You put power to that and that motor turns. It gets your motor running. So why, tell me why, when I've got power coming from that cord and it's going to here, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. All right, it's looking like I'm gonna have to undo these three right here to take the entire motor assembly away from the arms. I mean, I could work or rig up some sort of DIY switch where it's just on or off, but it would be just a stupid nightmare thing to do. I'd rather get it correctly done, but I'm thinking the problem is inside of this. Well, would you look at that? 10 millimeter too small, 12 millimeter too big. Everything in here is metric system because of, you know, communism, but this one thing, a 7/16. That's fun. They built these kinds of ways so that you can't just undo it yourself. These are not they're not unscrewable. They're rivets. So now I'm kind of at an impasse. Do I even want to continue on trying to make this thing work? What to do? I don't believe that the problem is a matter of getting electricity. I seriously think it's something inside of here, and it's a sealed unit, so something inside there not doing what it's supposed to.
Several days later.
All right, well, a few days have gone by. It's actually about a week and a half. It's after Christmas now. Hope you all had a great Christmas, and New Year's right around the corner. Hope you got your resolutions ready to go, at least for a week, right? So I got this motor out, as you recall, and so I've got this battery here. See that? That's a battery. I got these two leads, positive and negative, 12-volt battery. If you don't know, pretty much all cars in the modern era work on 12-volt. So with this 12-volt battery, I'm going to show you that this motor here, which is the one that came out, when I touch it to the two terminals that are on the outside, this one here and this one here, that's the negative one, that's the positive one. But that's not what it's supposed to be, I don't think. This little tab right here should be the negative. That's where it should be grounding out to. And when I touch it to that, nothing happens. So, but I'm going to show you real quick, if you can see it. When I touch the battery leads to those terminals in that plug directly, see? It works. And that's actually on high speed. When I touch it to either of the other two that are in there, it doesn't do anything. And then when I touch the negative to that tab, also nothing, no matter which one I touch it on. No, it did nothing. Let's see what happens. See, that's the cool thing about positive and negative. On certain motors, you can just reverse the polarity, and it'll actually, if it turns this way, it'll turn that way. So I don't know, can you see that? Let's play around a little bit here. So this is negative to positive, positive to negative, and from my perspective, that's turning clockwise. And then I reverse the wires. And now it's turning counterclockwise and faster, which is the correct way anyway. So now the motor clearly works. There's something electronically wrong. Like I said, the negative, I believe, should be on that tab there, and those four things in there, one would be the slow, one would be the fast, and the other two probably different levels of the intermittent. And maybe they need to be connected by a plug that's, I don't know, whatever. It's something within the plug, within the switch, within the thing, within the thing. Set this one aside. Here's the new starter that I just got. Okay, this one doesn't have a tab welded on there. It's actually a wire that's connected here. Now when I do the exact same thing with this, oh, by the way, the wire color code here, different. On that one, there's only two wires that are exposed coming out of here, and they're black and white, the white being the positive. In this case, you've got yellow in that position, and you've got green in the position that's black on the other one. When I put the positive to the yellow, which was white on that other one, and the negative, look at that, That's the fast, okay? But watch this. When I put the negative to this little terminal here and I touch the positive to this one, that's the slow, that's the fast. The other two in here that are the intermittent, they still don't do anything with direct power like that. I'm assuming that it runs through a relay that tells it to do stuff and things and whatnot. But the fact that that is doing something different and wired probably in the more correct way, I'm going to go ahead and guess that this one's going to work for me. I'm going to just plug this in on the plug-in the way it's supposed to be, not mounted to anything yet, and just do the wiper controller and see if it does what it's supposed to do that way. And cross my fingers. All right, so this one here, the solo one, was on that tab on the other unit, so I'm gonna connect that to this loose ground here. And then this one here is the goes into the 4-prong. Connect that. All right, now let's see what happens. I'm just gonna set this here. Well, let's see. Set it like that. Okay, so you should be able to see this when I turn the key on. Right here. Yeah, you can see that. You should see that thing turning when I turn the key on and actually actuate the actuator of actualness. All right, rusty. Let's give it a shot. Okay, key is on. Look at that. All right, it is on the first delay. Has it moved again? It's on the very, there we go. That's the delay. Now let me turn it up. All right, that's a little faster. All right, that's on low. And that's on high. Success. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna get this thing all back together and we'll actually make the wipers wipe. And then I can drive this thing in the rain because it looks like it could rain any minute. All right, I'm gonna go turn them on again one more time while they don't have any arms on them and just make sure that they turn the way I want them to and stop where they should. Okay. That's not doing what I want it to because it's like going down and then back up to start with. So I think I need to loosen that up and move the position of it. Where should it be though? So it should stop right there. All right, let's try it again. That ought to do it. That it works. I think I might need to realign my wiper, the squirter for the windshield wash fluid, but it is working now, and so yay for that. I know this wasn't the most exciting video, especially to end the year on, but it is the end of the year, and so I didn't do one last week because of Christmas, but anyway, it's not been a full year for me, but it's been a busy year trying to do these YouTube videos along with still everything else. I mean, obviously not making any money, still got to work and everything. Dang it. I'm really buckling down on that lottery, but it just isn't paying off yet. So what are you going to do? Anyway, so success on the windshield wipers. I can actually drive my favorite truck again. Oddly enough, I took the other truck down for an oil change, and the check engine light came on, so I asked them to take a look at that, and I got to leave it overnight for that. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this one up now. Do me a favor, if you like this video or you like any of the other videos, I appreciate you watching. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment if you like. If you see me doing anything goofy that you think, hey dude, you know, there's a better way to do that, you know, I'm open to suggestion on things that I do wrong. I'm still learning certain things. I mean, that wasn't the kind of thing that I don't know how to do. You know, anybody can watch a YouTube video and learn how to do that. So I was just showing you that because you might not be able to find a good video. The videos that I found were not exactly what I ended up having to do, and unfortunately I did have to change the motor out. It kind of sucks because clearly that other motor still turns. It's just something electronic inside, and it's a sealed unit. I can't open it up. I think I already said that, but anyway, like the video, please. And you can share the video. I just recently discovered that you can share the video, so do me a solid, share it on your Facebook or wherever you do your social media stuff, you know, and get the word out. I'm at 63 as of yesterday subscribers. I'd like to get a lot more. I'd love to get to 100. My friend Daryl with Therapeutic Sawdust, if you haven't heard me talk about him before, go check him out if you like woodworking stuff. He just hit 100 today, so yay for that. He wants to try and get to 200 by next year, or maybe 500, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing any kind of a giveaway for 100, but maybe when I get to 1,000 I'll give away a tool or some kind of silly thing. I'll tell you what, if I get to 1,000,000 I'll give away a car. Probably not one of these cards that I have here. I'll buy a car special that's really cool, and I will give it away when I get to 1,000,000 subscribers. So help me out, share the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.